your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Birchett.
Several rounds of showers and storms across portions of the area today. We'll get to what's going on right now on radar in just a bit. First off, I want to show you the time lapse of the sunset from Columbus today. We stayed mostly dry here in downtown, but we did have one little storm cell try to fire up. Didn't really amount to much of anything. Actually led to a really nice sunset there right at the end over Lowndes County on the Alpha Insurance camera network. Here's radar right now. As I mentioned, there are still a few showers and storms out there. Really just along and south of Highway 82. Most folks off to the north are dry. I've been watching one little cell that's firing up basically right over Oktibbeha County. If you're in Starkville right now, over towards Self Creek and Adaton, you're probably hearing the thunder and seeing a lot of lightning right now. This thing is kind of just raining itself out right over western Oktibbeha County. Could sneak its way into Webster County here in the next little bit, but in general, I think it's just kind of dissipate right there where it is. Down to the south, some lighter rain through Pickens County up through Lamar County. But as I mentioned, really for the most part, we are trending downward in terms of rainfall for the next couple of hours. The big story right now, though, is Hurricane Hannah. It made landfall earlier today in southern Texas. You see the eye wall there spinning as it came on shore just to the south of Corpus Christi. And where you see the brighter colors here, that's some of that heavier rain and some of those gustier winds. Right now, still 75-mile-an-hour winds. Pressure is down to 979 millibars. Moving to the west-southwest at about 21 miles an hour. That's good news. That's a lot quicker than most hurricanes move. So hopefully not as much of a flooding concern for our friends down in South Texas. The winds, though, they are picking up. 77-mile-an-hour gust in Port Mansfield, 51 in Corpus, 46 in Alice. We've seen upwards of 85-mile-an-hour gusts. And really the worst of the storm, part of it is still offshore. So a long night for folks ahead south of Corpus Christi. Lots of stuff going on out in the ocean. We're also tracking Hurricane Douglas. It's poised to make landfall and affect Hawaii through the day tomorrow. Very rare for a hurricane to affect Hawaii. As I mentioned, Hurricane Hannah in Texas. What's left of Tropical Storm Gonzalo, no longer a storm, just kind of fizzled out right there in the southern Caribbean. Our next item of interest, though, is coming off the west coast of Africa. Just a little blob of thunderstorm activity now, but we think it's going to get into some warmer water and could become Tropical Storm or Hurricane Isaias before it gets a little closer to the U.S. So something to watch here over the next couple of days. But in general, no concerns in the tropical department for Mississippi and Alabama for the next several days. Tonight, 73 for the low. Some quick downpours, thunder and lightning for the next couple of hours. Generally after midnight, I think we're on the dry side. Staying very mild and muggy tonight. Tomorrow, we're basically going to do it all over again. We'll wake up dry. Showers and storms build through the afternoon. Highs in the low to mid-90s. Really, rain chances continue here for the next several days, picking up just a little bit. Actually, I think by the end of this week, a lot of folks could rack up anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, depending on if you get into one of those heavier downpours. You see this model estimating about 1.5 inches in Columbus, just over that to the north along Highway 82. You'll see why on the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 30% chance of rain tomorrow, 40 for Monday, but we bump them up. 50 to 60% chance for rain through the middle and end portion of the week. Even going into the weekend, better chances for some showers and storms. Not everybody sees rain every day, but just keep the umbrella on standby just to be on the safe side. The good news is the better rain chances do knock our temperatures down just a few degrees. Instead of being in the low 90s, we are looking at highs in the mid to upper 80s. Overnight lows generally going to stay in the low 70s, but the good news is no severe weather expected over the next several days, and maybe some cooler temperatures here by the end of the week.